I think it's a corruption that mankind wants to make God out of AI. It's just like this. There's this pride in mankind that's like, I can do a better job than God. I can create my own God. Like that movie. One of my favorite movies is what's it called again? The guy who played the Pirates of the Caribbean, Transcendence. It's
Right.
but it's like there's something wrong with mankind that wants to try and one up God and just make something. This mankind wants power, I mean, I'm guilty of it myself. I run one of the largest Discord servers in the world for AI community. But
That's an
you can't compete
interesting.
with creation, though. You can't compete with a cell. A cell is one single cell is vastly more complicated than any microchip we've made.
That's interesting, and I don't know if the desire is a bad one or not. One of the first stories in the Bible. One of the first stories in the Bible is the story of the Tower of Babel, where people said, "We have this amazing technology. Let's build something very tall, the tallest possible. Let's build something so tall it'll reach the heavens." Right? They discovered the technology until the Tower of Babel. This is a story told in the early chapters of Genesis. Until the story of until the Tower of Babel, the main material of construction was stone, and stone is heavy. And stone, you could at most build a structure that is one, maybe 2 stories tall. Once you have materials like cement and mortar and brick, the advantage of brick is that it's very, very symmetrical. It's rectangular, and it's very easy to build. Anybody that has played with Legos knows that once you have a properly structured brick, it's I wouldn't say infinitely scalable, but it's very, very scalable. And one of the child's first wishes is, when you watch a child playing with Lego, is, how tall can I make this? How tall? We all remember the child in us is, right? If I had all the bricks in the world, how tall could I make a Lego structure? And kids are fascinated by tall, especially boys, but girls too. And so what you're describing is, once computers are capable of thought, I'm using the term loosely, once computers are capable of thought and capable of emulating human behavior, then our immediate nature is, how far can this go? Let's see what happens. How far could I push this? What else does it know how to do? Can it hold a conversation? Can it play chess? Can it drive a car? Can it fly a plane? Can it teach a class? Can it pass the test? And that's part of our human ability. How much am I capable, where I'm capable of doing something? Now, you said that a cell made by God is much more complicated than a microchip made by human beings. But the truth is, God made people that are capable of making microchips, which is quite an impressive feat. So right? That means God didn't make a microchip. God made something much better than a microchip. He made a human being that is capable of making a microchip. Now that's amazing, right? We can't make something that is capable of making a microchip. We can't even make one cell, to use your words. But God, so a microchip, considering that the microchip was created by humans, and all they are, each and every one of us, is just a collection of cells, and we were able to put our brain power together, and we were able to cooperate and collaborate and learn and practice and use the scientific method and use manufacturing methods and actually industrialize a microchip. I think that's it. First of all, that's an amazing tribute to God, that he was able to create such a complicated species that is capable of making microchips. And it also says something about human beings. Human beings are quite cool. They really are quite a cool species. Yes, they're capable of being, we mentioned Africa and Russia before, they're capable of being horribly oppressive and horribly destructive and vindictive and almost sadistic. Human beings are capable of evil beyond which any other species is capable of, and they industrialize it. That is true. On the other hand, when we collaborate and cooperate and put our curiosity together, we're capable of amazing things. We really, really are. And the fact that most humans today in the modern world do their work in air-conditioned buildings, at least in the Western world, and they even people that drive and operate farming tools is an amazing thing. And we just hope that that blessing continues on to the other part of humanity that hasn't yet benefited from these blessings.